Hi guys, welcome to the first in a series of videos where we're going to take an in-depth look at some of the home video releases of classic films and maybe some not so classic films as well. I thought what better way to kick the series off than with one of the classics of cinema, and that's Steven Spielberg's Jaws from 1975. Today we're going to have a quick look at the Cine Edition. This is the HMV Cine Edition that is now, I think sold out. This was limited to 1,000 copies, and it includes the high def, the Ultra HD version and the Blu Ray version, 4K version I should say. It's got a cool lenticular cover on it and a few bits and pieces, some goodies inside as well. I won't kind of go too in depth chatting about the film because it's Jaws, and hopefully you guys have seen Jaws, and if you haven't then you need to check out Jaws. I'm going to kind of keep the actual reviewing section of films themselves for the kind of real classic film reviews part of this channel, but this will be a kind of spin-off series to chat about the actual kind of home video releases and what you can expect to see from them, where we can get a little bit more in depth about the packaging, the special features and things like that. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right guys, so this is the HMV Cine edition of 1975's Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. This copy here, or this version of it, was only available at HMV under their Cine Edition range, limited to 1,000 copies. I know there's a few different variations of this film recently come out on 4K and Blu Ray, or more specifically for the 4K release. I think there's a really good looking steelbook. I can't remember where that's from. It might be, was it a Zavvi exclusive or something like that, I'm not sure, which I really like the look of, but I kind of went for this because it was more limited. Like I said, I think it's sold out now. It's got a really cool looking lenticular style cover on there. I really like that kind of front cover artwork. I think that's really effective. Looks really cool. Comes with a load of new goodies as well, like we see on the front there. I'll turn it around for the back. So we've got the 4K UHD in there, the Blu-ray, collector's book and art cards, a couple of other goodies. Yeah, so I'm not going to go into a really in-depth review of the film. To suffice to say that it's a masterpiece. It's a classic film in every sense. I mean, crikey, just the music alone, the imagery that you see alone, the kind of quotes from the film. Probably, is it Spielberg's best film? Could be Spielberg's best film, I'm not sure. He has so many great films, but it's probably one of his most effective films. Fantastic lenticular cover on there, like I said. This is a kind of a card effect that goes around the packaging itself. That was a bit of a pain. When I initially took it off, I did kind of incur a bit of damage there, which I'm not happy about. But sometimes the glue on these things is really easy to get off, and sometimes it's a complete pain. This was a little bit of a pain. You might have a different experience to me. Quickly want to mention that I'm not going to go too in depth on the 4K picture quality. Suffice to say that it's excellent, but many people have kind of already touched on that. Specifically, a channel that I watch called Films at Home. Great guy called Jeff at Films at Home, who does outstanding 4K reviews. He's my kind of go-to guy for anything 4K, so check him out. I'll leave a link in his channel below, and you can go there and kind of look at the more technical tech specs of this. But for now, we'll crack it open and we'll see what we get inside. All right, so we have this card which I actually cut the camera to take off because it was an absolute pain again. So I'm probably going to just leave that off for now. But it's got all your gumph on there, all your tech specs and your write-up of the film. So that's that. So the box itself is, like I said, really nice, vibrant, kind of effective looking lenticular there. Comes in quite a thick, sturdy box. Artwork on the back there that you'll recognise from kind of like the famous poster. Usually has the shark coming up on that area there, but in this case does not, because obviously the shark is pretty heavily featured everywhere else. So inside this we've got a standard Amaray case containing the Ultra HD and the Blu Ray disc. Obviously this is a UK edition, so you've got certification down the side. So we'll take that out. But like I said, this box is pretty thick, kind of sturdy box, so which is important on things like this. Sometimes you can get a real flimsy mess. This isn't too bad. It's not the sturdiest, but it's not too bad. All right, so first off we've got the case itself, which has similar artwork, obviously in a non-lenticular fashion. 45th anniversary edition there, certification on the back, similar artwork, or the identical artwork to what you get on your card. And when we crack it open, we have, we'll get to these in a second, but we've got 2 discs in there. So obviously your 4K version and your Blu Ray version. So you can basically choose which version you want to watch. If you don't have 4K capabilities yet, this set is still definitely worth picking up, or a set similar to this, so you can watch your Blu Ray, and obviously you're future-proofed for 4K in the future. Slightly different artwork on both discs there. Obviously it's a 4K release, which tend to have just completely black cases throughout, so nothing kind of super interesting on the inside, but good looking release all the same. So first off, we'll get into the art cards. So it comes with a kind of selection of art cards there, with a band around, and these are as follows. So we've got the crew of the Orca there, Robert Shaw, absolutely amazing, cannot wait to watch this again soon. So we've got the boat again there, featuring with the barrels, you know, that they attach to the shark, that's giving him the run around at this point. The final kind of half hour of this movie for me are just so good. I mean, the whole movie is excellent, and again, I wasn't going to get into the movie, but the final kind of 30-35 minutes where they're out on that boat versus the shark is just some of the best cinema there is. It's just so well done. Classic scene of kind of beachgoers escaping the shark, I believe. Was this after the little boy was killed on the Lilo? Again, it's been a while since I've seen the film properly, save for kind of flicking through the 4K, but I need to sit down and kind of give it a good watch. And, you know, obviously kind of battling with the mayor over closing the beach for the 4th of July weekend, which obviously he doesn't want to do, which leads to all sorts of nastiness. And finally, the booklet. I mean, this booklet, that artwork on the booklet there is fantastic. Look at that. That is brilliant. That's a bit of a crease there. Nice thick booklet. Again, classic scene on the back cover. So really thick booklet. And to be fair, you know, you've probably seen, if you're a fan of the film, you've probably seen the making of Jaws, or read about the making of Jaws, but still to have a nice booklet like this, I mean, this thing is absolutely excellent. I've had a kind of brief flick through it and read a few little bits and pieces. So you've got like the kind of gubbins about the Benchley novel there, which I've never read, unfortunately. A very young Spielberg on set. All the you know, the actors are covered there again. The legend Robert Shaw. Everything about the Williams score. Some kind of technical blueprints of the design of the shark there, with some shots of it. Shark, which kind of famously or infamously was an absolute nightmare on set. Probably Spielberg's, you know, kind of biggest challenge to this point. Maybe one of his biggest challenges was getting this shark in some kind of working order to film the scenes that he needed to. And as history has told us, or as you know, the kind of trivia has told us, led to having to be forced to shoot kind of without the shark for a lot of it, which made the film, you know, if you know that and John Williams' famous score kind of combined, the fact that, you know, you just see a fin, or you just see a kind of shark's POV with that John Williams score playing over it is just so effective and kind of born out of necessity in a way, but to such a, you know, like a great effect. So Spielberg shooting, again, the actors, there's just so much information in here. You know, it's great to get a booklet like this for a film like this that's, you know, that's worth kind of looking at. I'm not sure how many pages this is, but it's a chunky booklet, and it's definitely, you know, kind of a substantial thing, and definitely worth having in the set. So there we go. So you get your art cards there. It can be banded up like so, which I'll probably struggle to do on camera. No, we got straight in there. Boom. Your booklet. Your 2 discs. All housed in this nice lenticular case. Again, this is a HMV exclusive, so I know a lot of people have got the steelbook of this, which I kind of really like the look of, and I was totally torn at the time of which one I was going to pick up, but went with this, with it being the hopefully the more exclusive. And like I say, if it's, you know, if it's sold out, or long kind of since been sold out now, then I feel like it's a bit more of a collectible piece, and this is one of my favourite films of all time. And if you can get hold of any copy of this, you know, that's been kind of remastered for 4K, then definitely do so. Right, guys, I will leave it at that. That's the Jaws Cine Edition 45th anniversary of Jaws by Steven Spielberg from 1975. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.